I'm just getting up to my buddy's house. He has a target set up in his basement, so on winter nights we'll all meet up there and shoot bows and drink a few beers, tell stories from the past season, and talk about plans for the next season. And he ended up angling up towards the opposite side of the hill face to me in a full draw and released, and I watched that arrow hammer him. We got in my boat at like 5 in the morning. It was still dark. We floated in the dark and got to the spot about half hour after first light. Within 20 minutes, Jordan rattled in 2 smaller deer for me that I decided to pass. We put so much effort into getting into that area that we both decided to hold off for more mature bucks. The next spot we sat, we had 2 really nice bucks come charging in within 2 minutes after hitting the horns together. I would have loved to see Jordan shoot either one of them, but they stayed just out of range at about 68 yards. They were definitely curious, but not crazy aggressive. The smaller of the 2 had a really swollen neck, so that was pretty sweet to see. From there, we decided to move upriver a little ways where the country was a little bit more open. We spotted 2 mature bucks working the edge of a clearing towards each other. They both seemed to have an aggressive posture, so we decided to set up there and see what we could get them to do. While we were watching them fight, I look to my left and I see what looks to be a mature buck barreling towards us through the timber. At that point, it was within 100 yards, so I told Jordan that it was basically right on top of us and to get ready. Straight ahead. Okay, it's fine. It's all right. 25. No. Yeah. 25. Whether he saw us, smelled us, or just didn't like the situation, that buck spooked and ran towards our left. Too many branches, couldn't get a shot. 25 yards. We were disappointed, but we were still optimistic that we might be able to get him to loop back around. Sure enough, from the direction he ran, that buck came creeping back in through the timber. He gradually started snaking his way through the timber towards us. I saw that he was about to reach a gap in the timber broadside. Without getting a solid range on him, I just gave Jordan my best estimate on how far I thought the deer was. 38, probably. Jordan was pretty positive that he'd shot right over the buck's back. We were both super disappointed, thinking that we had just blown a second opportunity on a buck of a lifetime. Before starting our search, we sat down and reviewed the footage really quick. Even watching it in slow motion, we couldn't tell if it was a good shot or not. We crept forward and looked for his arrow.
Blood.
All of a sudden, he turned to me with a huge smile on his face, saying he found blood. As we followed the blood trail, we could tell it was a fatal shot. Jordan had an arrow nock just in case. I'll never forget following Jordan as he scanned the forest floor for any sign of blood.
Jordan. Look, 20 yards in front of you, to your right. On the ground.
I remember looking over his shoulder and seeing the biggest whitetail of my friend's life laying there at 20 yards.